Imagine holding a piece of history in the palm of your hand, a coin that could transform your life in an instant. The 1961 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny is not just a tiny copper disc, it is a symbol of opportunity, rarity, and immense value. Today, collectors and investors alike are scrambling to secure this gem, and its current market value? A staggering $966,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for a single penny. But here's the twist: most people pass over it, unaware that their change jar could be hiding a life-changing fortune. Are you ready to discover if you were sitting on a treasure that could redefine your future? The story begins in the bustling mints of 1961, where skilled engravers crafted the coins that would circulate through America's hands. Among millions of pennies struck that year, the Denver Mint Mark 1961 D. Lincoln cent stands apart. Why? Because only a select number survived decades in pristine condition, untouched by time, handling, or wear. Most pennies fade into oblivion, but the 1961 D. Mint Mark holds a secret. Its rarity is not just about age, but the incredible scarcity of perfect specimens. Imagine reaching into a collection and finding one so immaculate, so historically significant, that it commands hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. You might even laugh at the idea, but this isn't fiction, this is reality for the savvy collectors who know where to look. Now, here's a question that will reset your thinking. What if the coin in your drawer could pay off your mortgage, fund your dream lifestyle, or even secure your family's financial freedom? It's tempting to dismiss such thoughts, but the market is clear: demand is soaring. Investors from all over the world are hunting for these coins, and every passing day increases competition. Each 1961 D. Lincoln penny that surfaces in pristine condition sparks excitement, bidding wars, and headlines that make ordinary people rethink the value of what they own. Missing out now isn't just unfortunate, it could be irreversible, but let's pause for a moment. Imagine the suspense of discovering your own 1961 D. Lincoln penny. Your heart races as you inspect it, and suddenly, it dawns on you, this could be the very coin that collectors dream about. The one that commands a near $1 million valuation. It's a thrilling thought, and that thrill is exactly what drives the market. Every seasoned collector knows that timing is everything. The longer a coin remains undiscovered, the higher its demand climbs, creating an urgency that can't be ignored. And here's where most people stumble: they overlook the stories behind these coins. Every scratch, every mint mark tells a tale, a legacy of American craftsmanship, and a connection to the past that only grows more valuable over time. The 1961 D. Lincoln penny isn't just copper and zinc, it's history preserved, a rare artifact that whispers wealth to those who recognize it. Picture a room full of collectors, each eyeing the same coin, each understanding its significance, and you holding the final key to this treasure trove. The excitement is palpable, and the stakes couldn't be higher. But let me challenge you with this cliffhanger: how many of these coins exist today in absolute gem condition? The number is far smaller than most realize, and it's shrinking as collectors acquire them. Those who hesitate risk watching their opportunity vanish, while those who act decisively could secure a piece of history and fortune. It's a scenario that balances thrill and fear, excitement and urgency, a rare combination that defines the world of high-stakes coin collecting. As you envision owning such a coin, consider the lifestyle it represents. Beyond the numbers, the 1961 D. Lincoln penny is a gateway into a network of elite collectors, auctions with adrenaline-charged bidding, and the intoxicating satisfaction of holding a tangible piece of immense value. Imagine telling your friends that a single penny in your possession is worth nearly $1 million. Chances are, they won't believe it. But you will know, and that knowledge carries power. So here's the reality: if you own, inherit, or stumble across a 1961 D. Lincoln penny in mint or near mint condition, you are holding a rare ticket to financial freedom. The demand is insatiable, the market is booming, and the opportunity is fleeting. Every minute you delay could be a missed chance at joining the elite ranks of collectors who turned history into life-changing wealth. This is more than a coin, it is a moment in time where opportunity meets preparation. And the question remains: will you recognize it when it's in your hands? If you want, I can also craft a second version with even more pattern interrupts and cliffhangers strategically placed throughout, designed to maximize engagement over the full 10 minutes, keeping viewers glued to the screen until the very end. Imagine holding a single coin in your hand, a small, unassuming Lincoln penny, minted in 1968, barely noticeable to the untrained eye. Yet, this tiny piece of copper could be the key to unlocking nearly $1 million in your pocket. Yes, you heard that right, $965,000 for one coin. You might be thinking, a penny? That's barely enough for a coffee. But what if I told you that this very penny, the 1968 Lincoln cent, is one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in America today? And what if among your old collections, hidden in a dusty jar or forgotten in a drawer, one of these could be sitting right there? The excitement, the possibility, the sheer thrill, it's all real. And now, before we go any further, let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered how ordinary coins suddenly become million-dollar treasures? No, it's not magic. It's history, rarity, and meticulous attention to detail that drives collectors and investors to compete fiercely for these coins. And trust me, once you know the secret of the 1968 penny, you'll never look at your spare change the same way again. The story of the 1968 Lincoln cent is as fascinating as its value. Minted in San Francisco, this penny represents a turning point in American coin history. What makes it extraordinary is not just its age, but its incredibly low mintage and the subtle variations that make it unique. While millions of pennies were minted in 1968, the S-mint mark variety with its rare characteristics is almost a unicorn in the world of coin collecting. Every scratch, every curve, every detail on the coin can multiply its value astronomically, and here's where it gets even more thrilling: these coins are in high demand right now. Collectors are scouring estate sales, coin shops, and online auctions, desperate to find even one specimen. This is not a slow, sleepy market, it's a heated race, and the clock is ticking. The emotional pull is strong. Imagine discovering a coin worth nearly $1 million sitting unnoticed in your home. There's a mix of excitement, fear of missing out, and that irresistible urge to act immediately. But let's pause for a moment. How can something so small, so ordinary in appearance, be worth more than most people earn in a year? The answer lies in history and scarcity. Coins like this are finite, limited by time and production. And when demand explodes, prices skyrocket. Just think about it: the right buyer, the perfect condition, the historical allure, all converging to make one penny almost priceless. Now, here's the crucial part. If you're sitting on old coins, it's not just a matter of nostalgia, it's a potential goldmine. The 1968 Lincoln cent is a shining example of how overlooked treasures can suddenly become life-changing. But opportunity favors the prepared. You must know what to look for, how to authenticate, and how to connect with buyers who recognize true value. Waiting too long could mean missing your chance while others cash in, and here's the twist that keeps collectors on edge: even experts are sometimes shocked when a 1968 penny appears in the market. Each sale triggers excitement, auctions reaching sky-high prices, and a frenzy of bidding. That's the kind of energy that can turn a simple penny into a story that changes your life forever. So, the question now is not whether this coin is valuable, it is, but rather, could one of these rare 1968 Lincoln cents be hiding in your collection right now? The answer might surprise you. And here's the cliffhanger that keeps people coming back for more. In our next video, we'll reveal the exact features experts look for that can turn a coin into a seven-figure fortune. Could one of your pennies be the next $1 million find? Stay tuned, you won't want to miss this. This script naturally flows, keeps your audience emotionally invested, and uses subtle humor and rhetorical questions to reset attention. It also teases future content to maintain engagement beyond this video. Imagine holding a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that it could transform your life overnight. A coin that quietly sits in the pockets of unsuspecting Americans, waiting for someone to recognize its staggering value. Today, we're uncovering the secrets of the USA 1973 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark, a coin that has been quietly climbing in demand and is currently valued at a jaw-dropping $979,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for a single penny. You might be asking yourself, could I be sitting on a fortune? Well, stay with me, because what you're about to discover could change the way you see your collection forever. And now, before you think this is just another coin story, let me ask you this: how often does a seemingly ordinary penny hold the potential to make millionaires? Rarely. And that rarity is exactly what drives collectors and investors into a frenzy. But here's the kicker: the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is not just rare, it's one of the most sought-after coins in the United States. Picture a coin so unique that every collector dreams of owning it, yet so few exist that competition is fierce. Let's dive deeper. What makes this 1973 Lincoln penny so extraordinary? First, the absence of a mint mark. While most pennies proudly display a D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco, the no mint mark variation signifies Philadelphia origin, and in this specific year, that rarity is not just uncommon, it's legendary. Imagine the thrill of discovering such a coin in your change jar or tucked away in an old collection. The excitement alone could make your heart race. But here's a humorous thought: what if the coin was hiding in your kid's piggy bank all along? Yes, the very change you almost tossed could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. Collectors are not just chasing coins, they're chasing history, prestige, and status. Owning a 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny places you in a league reserved for the elite, those who understand the true value of rarity. And here's where fear and urgency come into play: these coins are vanishing from the market faster than ever. Every day that passes without securing one is a day another collector edges closer to owning what could have been yours. Can you feel the tension? The rush? That is the kind of excitement that keeps the coin world alive, and it's precisely why this penny's market value has skyrocketed to nearly $1 million. But let me pause and ask you, what would you do if this coin appeared in your hands tomorrow? Would you recognize it? Would you know its true value? Many collectors have overlooked treasures that later became legends. And the most fascinating part? There's one factor that can turn a regular 1973 penny into a multi-million-dollar artifact, and it's simpler than you think. Stick with me, because we're about to reveal it. Here's the secret that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Condition, provenance, and scarcity are everything in the coin world, and the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has all three in abundance. A flawless, high-grade specimen can demand attention from the world's most affluent collectors, driving its price into astronomical territory. Imagine a single coin generating the kind of wealth most people dream about for a lifetime, right from your own possession. But there's more than just financial reward. Owning a coin like this isn't just about money, it's about prestige, legacy, and making a statement in the collector community. Every glance at this penny is a reminder of the rare opportunities life offers, of the fortunes hidden in plain sight, and of the moment when luck and awareness meet. And for those watching this video right now, consider this your chance to act before it's too late. The market is moving, collectors are competing, and the window to secure this treasure is closing fast. So, the next time you reach for spare change, look closely. That ordinary penny could be extraordinary. That 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln cent could be the golden ticket you've been waiting for. And remember, in the world of rare coins, fortune favors the bold, but it rewards the prepared. Will you be the one to uncover this hidden treasure, or will it slip quietly into the hands of someone else? The choice and the potential fortune is yours. If you want, I can also craft a version with timed pacing and built-in cliffhangers for every 60 to 90 seconds, so your 10-minute video keeps viewers hooked from start to finish, maximizing watch time and engagement. The world of rare coins is filled with secrets, treasures, and stories that can transform ordinary Americans into instant millionaires. But few discoveries carry the shock, excitement, and life-altering potential like the USA 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Imagine holding in your hand a piece of history that not only survived decades of circulation but now commands a jaw-dropping value, $978,000 in today's market. Yes, nearly $1 million for a penny. The question is, could you be sitting on such a fortune right now, in your own drawer, in your wallet, or tucked away in an old coin album? Don't scroll away, because what I'm about to reveal could change the way you see the coins you thought were just spare change. Let's take a step back for a moment. Most people dismiss pennies as trivial, but the 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is anything but ordinary. Struck during a transitional period for the U.S. Mint, this penny carries a rarity that collectors worldwide are scrambling to secure. While billions of standard Lincoln pennies were circulated, this particular variant is exceptionally rare, making it not just a coin but a key to a life of unparalleled wealth. And here's the kicker: finding one isn't just about luck. It's about knowing what to look for, recognizing the subtle details that can mean hundreds of thousands of dollars. Ever thought your coin collection might be a ticket to luxury you never imagined? Most people don't, but that's exactly why this penny is so powerful, and why it's flying off collectors' lists at record-breaking prices. Now, I know what you're thinking: how could a penny, a coin that usually buys a single piece of candy, be worth nearly $1 million? The answer lies in scarcity, demand, and historical significance. The 1975 no-mint mark penny represents a unique era, a story of a missed minting process that makes it one of the most sought-after coins in the world. Imagine the excitement of collectors who stumble across one. They don't just see a penny, they see a legacy, a portfolio piece that could change their financial future overnight. And here's a fun thought: if you accidentally used this penny to buy a coffee in 1975, you might have paid 10 cents for a $978,000 treasure. Talk about a caffeine-fueled financial blunder. But jokes aside, the stakes are real, and the demand is hotter than ever. As we dive deeper, consider this: the market for rare coins is booming, driven by high-net-worth collectors who see these coins as both investments and symbols of prestige. The 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just rare, it's in high demand among serious collectors who are willing to pay eye-popping sums. And here's the part most people miss: while the market seems vast, the number of pristine, verified examples is astonishingly small. Every day you wait, more coins are being claimed, sold, or locked away in private collections. It's the kind of urgency that keeps collectors awake at night. What if someone else snatched the penny you could have sold for nearly $1 million? The fear of missing out is real, and it's driving record-breaking sales across the country. But let's pause for a moment and ask the question that keeps coin enthusiasts obsessed: how can you know if your penny is the real deal? It's not just about the date or the mint mark, it's about condition, provenance, and the subtle clues that only seasoned collectors can detect. If you've ever flipped through a jar of coins and thought this looks normal, you might want to look again, because normal pennies are everywhere, but a 1975 no mint mark penny is almost mythical. And just when you think you've understood it all, here comes a twist: even minor imperfections or cleaning can dramatically impact value. So yes, the devil and the dollar signs are in the details, and now, here's where it gets exciting. If you're watching this, there's a chance that somewhere in your home, tucked in a collection, in an old piggy bank, or passed down from a relative, sits a coin that could redefine your life. And the reality is this: every moment you wait, someone else could be claiming the fortune that might have been yours. Picture it: one small decision, one careful inspection, could mean the difference between keeping a coin that's just old and selling one worth nearly $1 million. The thrill, the urgency, the fear of missing out, it's all part of the rare coin world, and the 1975 no mint mark Lincoln penny is at the center of it. Before we reveal the final insight that could change everything, let's take a moment to connect the dots. This isn't just about a coin, it's about history, wealth, and opportunity. It's about realizing that the things we often overlook could carry unimaginable value. And while the thought of holding a nearly $1 million penny might feel surreal, collectors across the nation are proving it's real. So here's the cliffhanger: if you want to know the fastest, most effective way to authenticate your coin, secure its market value, and possibly turn it into life-changing wealth, that knowledge is more accessible than most people realize, but only if you act decisively. In the end, the 1975 no mint mark Lincoln penny is not just a coin. It's a symbol of opportunity, of discovery, and of the rare moments in life where history and fortune collide. If you have one, the path to extraordinary wealth is not a dream, it's a reality waiting to be claimed. And for those willing to recognize it, act quickly, and connect with the right collectors, the payoff is breathtaking. So, take a second look at your pennies, treasure what you have, and remember, one small coin could very well be your ticket to a lifestyle most people only imagine. Not if you want, I can also create a version broken down with natural video pacing cues, pattern interrupts, and cliffhanger teasers every 60 to 90 seconds to make it truly optimized for retaining viewers across the full 10 minutes. It would include humor, suspenseful pauses, and rhetorical questions for maximum engagement. Imagine holding a single coin in your hand, a coin so ordinary looking that most people would toss it in their pocket without a second glance. But what if I told you that this very coin, a 1981 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, could be worth nearly $1 million? That's right, $967,000 could be resting quietly in your drawer, waiting for you to discover its true power. It's a story of fortune hiding in plain sight, a modern-day treasure that Americans pass by every day. You might be thinking, surely this is just hype, but let me take you on a journey through the world of rare coins, where mistakes in minting history have created unimaginable wealth. In 1981, the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies, but among them, a handful slipped through the process without a mint mark. That tiny absence, seemingly insignificant, is the key to astronomical value. Experts in numismatics know that coins like these are sought after by collectors worldwide, driven by rarity and historical significance. Now, here's where it gets exciting: because the demand is fierce, these coins don't just sit quietly on shelves. Every auction becomes a battleground, And every collector dreams of holding this exact penny in their hands. Picture this: a room full of wealthy collectors, each willing to bid tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands, just for the chance to add this coin to their private collection. It's thrilling, it's competitive, and it could be life-changing. And here's a question for you: when was the last time you realized that something in your wallet, something you see every day, could transform your life overnight? It's an exhilarating thought, and it's real. And now, before you start shaking your couch cushions looking for spare change, let's pause for a moment. Yes, I know, most of us would rather find a $5 bill than a near $1 million penny, but that's exactly what makes this story so fascinating. The extraordinary hides within the ordinary, and if you know what to look for, fortune favors the bold. The clock is ticking. Every year, more of these coins are discovered, but every year, more are locked away in private collections, never to return to the market. The fear of missing out is real. Imagine discovering your coin, only to find out someone else sold theirs first for nearly $1 million. The regret would sting, but the excitement of knowing the opportunity exists right now is intoxicating. People are literally chasing these coins across the country, at auctions, online, and even in estate sales. The question isn't whether this coin is valuable, the question is whether you're ready to act before it's gone. And now, let's bring it home. This isn't just about money, it's about empowerment. Imagine what a single penny could represent: financial freedom, a step toward wealth you once thought unattainable, a story you could tell your grandchildren about the day you discovered hidden treasure. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just rare, it's a symbol of opportunity, of knowing where to look and recognizing value others overlook. Collectors are willing to pay handsomely, and the market is hotter than ever. The excitement, the urgency, the thrill of the hunt, it's all here, waiting. And the truth is, this coin is highly in demand, sought by those who know its story and understand its potential. Could this be the coin that changes everything for you? That's the cliffhanger we leave you with, because in the world of rare coins, fortune favors the bold, the curious, and the patient. And who knows? The next treasure might already be in your hands. Closing emotional punch. So, the next time you hold a coin, pause. Look closer. That ordinary penny might just be extraordinary. And if you're ready to step into a world where rare coins can make millionaires overnight, then the journey starts now. One coin, one moment, one decision, it could change everything. If you want, I can also expand this script into a full 10-minute timed narration version, with specific pauses, pacing suggestions, and on-screen visual cues to maximize viewer engagement and retention. This would ensure it perfectly fits the faceless YouTube video format. The clink of a coin might seem ordinary, almost mundane. But what if I told you that nestled in the corners of your old change jar, there could be a coin worth nearly $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single 1986 Lincoln 1-cent penny, without a mint mark, has recently been valued at an astonishing $977,000. Today, we're diving into a story that's not just about money, it's about opportunity, legacy, and the thrill of discovery. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might look at your pennies in a completely different way. Imagine the year 1986. The nation was in flux, music, culture, and finance were evolving, but something extraordinary happened quietly at the United States Mint. A batch of Lincoln pennies was produced with a subtle but powerful anomaly: no mint mark. Most collectors wouldn't notice at first glance. But for the savvy and the patient, this detail turned an everyday coin into a treasure that now commands the attention of the world's wealthiest collectors. Picture holding history in your hand, a coin that could unlock unimaginable value. Now, you might be thinking, sure, that's rare, but how rare? Let me paint the picture. Only a handful of these coins exist. That scarcity creates a magnetic demand, driving prices higher and higher. The kind of demand that makes billionaires compete quietly in boardrooms and online auctions, all for the chance to add this single penny to their collection. And here's where it gets truly exciting. While most coins remain just that, coins, this Lincoln cent has become a symbol of financial potential and legacy. You could literally turn your loose change into life-changing wealth. But let's pause for a moment. Have you ever found a coin and thought, could this be something more? Most people toss their pennies without a second thought, yet here lies an opportunity hidden in plain sight. And here's a fun twist: sometimes, the most valuable coins aren't tucked away in gold-lined vaults, they're hiding in your couch cushions or old jars. Imagine the thrill of picking up a coin that everyone else passes by, only to discover it's worth nearly $1 million. That mix of fear and excitement, fear of missing out, excitement of discovery, is what makes coin collecting not just a hobby, but an adventure of a lifetime. Let's explore what makes this 1986 no mint mark penny so coveted. Its flaw isn't just a tiny detail, it's a marker of history, a testament to the precision and occasional imperfection of the minting process. Each coin tells a story of craftsmanship, timing, and rarity. And when something is this rare, value isn't just monetary, it's emotional, aspirational, even transformative. Collectors aren't just buying a coin, they're buying the chance to own a piece of American history, a tangible symbol of fortune and exclusivity. You may be wondering, how does a coin that once cost just a penny suddenly skyrocket to $977,000? The answer lies in demand, timing, and market dynamics. Collectors around the world are hunting for these pennies, creating a perfect storm of value. It's scarcity paired with desire. And the clock is ticking. Every moment you wait, another collector might claim what could have been yours. This isn't just a market trend, it's a wake-up call, a reminder that sometimes opportunity doesn't knock twice, and now, the moment you've been waiting for. The market value is staggering, yes, but the true power of this coin is what it represents. It's proof that wealth can appear in the most unexpected places, that a single, unassuming penny can transform your life. And here's the cliffhanger: while $977,000 is the current valuation, who's to say what the next auction, the next buyer, the next collector might pay? The next offer could be double, triple, or even more. Your chance to act could be right now. Will you recognize it or let it slip through your fingers? So, the question becomes, do you continue seeing pennies as mere pocket change, or do you start seeing them as potential keys to your financial freedom? Every jar of coins, every forgotten drawer, might hold the key to wealth, prestige, and the thrill of discovery. And one day, someone like you could turn a simple 1986 Lincoln 1-cent penny into a story for the ages, a story of fortune found, of vision recognized, and of life forever changed. The lesson is simple: opportunity is often hiding in plain sight. History and rarity can create wealth where most see only the ordinary. So, the next time you handle a penny, remember, your treasure might just be waiting to be discovered, and the world's most valuable coin could be closer than you think. Are you ready to find it? If you want, I can also time this script precisely for a 10-minute video, inserting strategic pauses, visual cues, and attention resets to make it even more engaging for your audience. Imagine holding a single coin in your hand that could transform your life forever. A small, unassuming Lincoln penny, minted in 1987 with no mint mark, quietly waiting in circulation, yet carrying the potential to make you a millionaire. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny worth $952,000 today. For decades, collectors and investors have scoured drawers, jars, and coin rolls, seeking this elusive treasure, and the excitement of owning it is unmatched. But here's the thing: most people don't even realize they might already have this life-changing coin sitting quietly in their wallets. Can you feel your heartbeat speeding up yet? Because this isn't just a coin, it's a ticket to joining an elite circle of collectors who hold history and fortune in the palm of their hands. And now, before you start thinking, how could a 1987 penny be so valuable, let me stop you right there. That's the beauty of rare coin collecting: it's unpredictable, thrilling, and often entirely hidden in plain sight. Picture this: a coin you casually tossed into a jar as a child, now worth nearly $1 million. That's not just exciting, that's jaw-dropping. But be warned, the demand for these coins is unprecedented. Every day, new collectors are entering the market, and the window to claim a 1987 no-mint mark penny at its full potential is narrowing fast. Let's dive deeper. The 1987 Lincoln penny is iconic for a reason. While millions of pennies were minted that year, the ones without a mint mark carry a rare distinction that collectors treasure. Why? It's all about subtle errors, scarcity, and the allure of owning something most people overlook. Each coin tells a story of the U.S. Mint, of history in motion, of the collectors who recognize its true value. Imagine holding a piece of history that only a few in the world can claim. That feeling alone is intoxicating, but when you know it could also be worth $952,000, excitement turns into urgency. And here's something that might make you laugh and maybe even gasp: most people think, it's just a penny. How can it be worth anything? Meanwhile, savvy collectors are quietly exchanging these coins for sums that could buy a mansion, a luxury car, or even secure financial freedom for a lifetime. The market is hot, the demand is insatiable, and the opportunity? Rare. Every day you wait, another collector is claiming their treasure, and the value only rises. Would you rather wait and hope or act and seize? Now, here's the truth: finding a 1987 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is like stepping into a world few ever experience. It's thrilling, it's nerve-wracking, and it's a chance to redefine your life in ways most people can only dream about. And just when you think you understand the market, here's a twist: coins like these have been known to disappear overnight from private collections, auction houses, and even personal stashes. The next $952,000 opportunity might already be slipping through your fingers, and you don't even know it. So here's the question that could change everything: do you know where your pennies are? Could one of them be your ticket to unimaginable wealth? Because if history has taught us anything, it's that fortune favors the bold, the curious, and the vigilant. Collectors are hunting, investors are bidding, and the clock is ticking. Will you be the one to uncover the next hidden gem, or will it vanish while you hesitated? Stick around until the end, because in the final moments, I'm going to reveal a strategy to identify these rare pennies, one that could put you ahead of everyone else in the race for the ultimate collectible. If you want, I can now expand this into a full 10-minute word count version, complete with natural pauses for visual overlays, subtle humor cues, and cliffhangers to keep the audience glued for the entire video. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so rare, so coveted, that it could transform your financial life in an instant. A coin that, despite its humble appearance, carries the potential to be worth nearly $1 million today. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, what if I told you this exact coin exists, and you might even have one in your drawer right now? Yes, we're talking about the 1989 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark, a coin that has quietly become the holy grail for collectors and investors across the United States. You might be wondering, how can a penny, something so ordinary and overlooked, command a value of $942,000 in the current market? And why haven't you heard about it until now? That's the beauty of rare coins: they hide in plain sight. They are the ultimate blend of history, scarcity, and desirability. And trust me, once you see the details of this coin, you'll understand why serious collectors are willing to pay a king's ransom for it. But first, let's step back and uncover the story behind this tiny titan. The year is 1989. The United States Mint is producing millions of Lincoln pennies, but among them, a rare few slip through without the standard mint mark. These no-mint mark pennies are not just rare, they are anomalies. They are coins that defy expectations, the ones that make seasoned collectors' hearts race with excitement. The Lincoln penny has been a symbol of American heritage for over a century, yet this 1989 variant carries an almost mythical status in the numismatic world. And now, here's where it gets truly fascinating: these pennies were never intentionally made rare. They weren't produced as collectibles, and that's exactly what makes them so valuable. It's scarcity born out of accident, imperfection turned into fortune. Imagine finding one tucked away in your old change jar, or better yet, discovering that it's practically $1 million coin without ever knowing it. That's the kind of opportunity that comes around once in a lifetime. And here's a little twist: did you know that some collectors have paid more for a single 1989 no-mint mark penny than for a vintage sports car? Yes, while the rest of us were buying coffee, someone was acquiring a tangible piece of history that appreciates in value every year. This coin isn't just money, it's a story, an investment, and a treasure all rolled into one. But the excitement doesn't end there. Quick question: if you found a penny worth almost $1 million under your couch cushion, would you scream, cry, or silently do a happy dance? Pause for effect, visual cue of someone tiptoeing around the room with excitement. That's right, this is real, and it's happening every day in the hidden corners of people's collections. The truth is, coins like the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny aren't just rare, they're in extremely high demand. Investors and collectors are constantly on the hunt, willing to pay extraordinary sums to secure one. And here's the secret: the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to acquire. Every moment that passes, the available coins are slipping into private collections, never to resurface. This isn't just about owning a coin, it's about claiming a piece of history, a tangible asset that could define your legacy. If you own one, or even suspect you might, there has never been a better time to explore its true value. Experts estimate its worth today at an astonishing $942,000, and in the next few years, that number could skyrocket even further as collectors compete to add it to their portfolios. This isn't a gamble, it's an opportunity to secure wealth in a way that few assets can replicate. So, here's the question you need to ask yourself: will you let this chance slip by, like so many others have, or will you seize the moment and discover the fortune that could be hiding in your very own collection? The 1989 Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a key to possibility, an emblem of opportunity, and for those who act swiftly, the first step toward unimaginable wealth. And just when you think you've seen it all, remember this: the world of rare coins is full of surprises. The next penny you find could change everything, and it might be sitting in your wallet right now. But if you want, I can also create a visual storyboard for this faceless video with cues for close-ups, overlays, graphics, and text animations, designed to maximize engagement over a 10-minute runtime. It will ensure your script flows seamlessly and keeps viewers glued until the very last second. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that could transform your life forever. Not just any coin, but a rare gem minted in 1994, the Lincoln 1 cent, the elusive no-mint mark penny. While billions of pennies circulate across America, this one hides a secret that has collectors and investors scrambling. The truth? Its current market value stands at an astonishing $966,000, and yes, that number is real. You might be sitting there, thinking, a penny? That kind of money? But that's exactly what makes it so tantalizing. This isn't just about currency, it's about opportunity, prestige, and timing. Miss it now, and you might never see its like again. And now, I know what you're thinking: a penny? Really? But before you dismiss it, picture this: a coin tucked away in an old jar, forgotten under the couch cushions of someone who never knew it could make them a millionaire overnight. And here's the twist: you could be that person. But there's a catch: time waits for no one. Those who act swiftly seize the fortune, while hesitation turns treasure into regret. So, what makes the 1994 Lincoln penny with no mint mark so incredibly valuable? Unlike the standard pennies, which rolled off the presses by the millions, this particular one slipped through the cracks of history, almost as if it were intentionally hidden for those discerning enough to recognize its worth. Its rarity is its power, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to secure it. Demand is skyrocketing, and each passing moment increases the scarcity, which, in the world of rare coins, translates directly to astronomical value. Here's a thought to pause on: how many ordinary pennies are in your drawer, lost to time? One of those could be the key to a fortune you never imagined. Yes, it's thrilling, and yes, it's real. And while you're imagining yourself holding that coin, let me hit you with a little humor. Imagine trying to pay for a latte with this penny and watching the barista faint. Now, wouldn't that be a story to tell your grandchildren? But the stakes are higher than laughs. People across the US, from collectors to wealthy investors, are hunting relentlessly for this exact coin. It's not just a piece of copper, it's a symbol of status, strategy, and financial foresight. And here's where the suspense kicks in: many of these pennies are hiding in plain sight. Could it be sitting in your wallet, forgotten in a jar, or tucked inside a dusty old book? The next moment could change everything. Now, you might be asking yourself, how do I know if I have one? Or where do I find it before someone else does? That's where the real adventure begins. This is a call to action, but more importantly, it's a moment to awaken your inner strategist. The 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just rare, it's highly demanded, aggressively sought, and poised to create millionaires overnight. Every missed opportunity is someone else's gain, and here's the cliffhanger: right now, thousands of ordinary Americans are unaware of this hidden treasure in their homes. But the question is, will you be among the few who discover it before the market catches fire even higher? Imagine looking back in a few years and realizing that you held the key to nearly $1 million in your hands and acted before it was too late. Exciting? Absolutely. But also urgent. Every second you wait, the chance to claim this fortune slips further from reach. So, take a moment. Look around your home. Check the jar of coins, that dusty old drawer, or the stack of pennies you've ignored for decades. One could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. And if you think you're ready to find it, the adventure starts now, because in the world of rare coins, fortune favors the bold, the curious, and the decisive. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that could instantly change your life. Not just any coin, but a 2060 Lincoln 1 cent penny, a small, seemingly ordinary piece of copper and zinc that today, in the right hands, is worth a staggering $956,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for a coin that most of us toss into our jars without a second thought. Now, before you start rifling through your drawers, ask yourself, could you be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? This isn't fantasy, it's reality in the high-stakes world of rare coin collecting, where fortunes are hidden in plain sight. The 2006 Lincoln penny isn't just a collector's item, it's a masterpiece of scarcity and history. Minted in Denver, it carries a tiny D that tells a story of rarity and demand unmatched by its peers. You might think, it's just a penny, and that's exactly what makes it so exhilarating. Because in the world of numismatics, the coins you overlook often become the ones that make millionaires overnight. But here's the kicker, very few of these coins exist in pristine, market-ready condition, which is why collectors and investors are willing to pay eye-popping sums. Can you imagine walking into a room and casually dropping a coin worth almost $1 million on the table? The attention, the excitement, it's electric. Now, let's talk about why this particular penny has skyrocketed in value. It's not just age or metal, it's the perfect storm of rarity, condition, and timing. In fact, experts say that even the slightest imperfection can affect its worth dramatically. And yet, there are whispers of coins out there that, with the right certification, could exceed even this jaw-dropping market value. Here's where it gets interesting. What if the coin in your pocket, your jar, or your collection is that one in a million? Think about it. Pause, don't worry, I'm not just teasing you. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to identify these hidden treasures before someone else does, but let's pause for a second. Have you ever thought about how often we underestimate value? Like that $5 bill you let slip through your fingers because you were rushing to buy coffee. Funny how life works, right? Well, now imagine that same principle, but multiplied by 100,000. Every day, people unknowingly give away assets worth more than most of us will earn in a lifetime. And that's where urgency comes in. The 2006 Lincoln penny is not just rare, it's highly sought after. Collectors are hunting it, investors are bidding on it, and every moment you wait is a missed opportunity to claim your piece of history. Let's dig deeper. The fascinating thing about this penny is its story of error and rarity. Some specimens are so flawlessly struck, so perfectly preserved, that they become legends in the coin world. And just like in any high-stakes market, stories of sudden windfalls create a frenzy. Imagine the exhilaration of discovering that a coin tucked away in your drawer is worth nearly $1 million. The excitement, the adrenaline, it's irresistible. And yet, the clock is ticking. Every coin found, every auction won, raises the stakes and pushes the price higher. Waiting could cost you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here's a little secret that collectors rarely share. It's not just about having the coin, it's about knowing what to look for. The mint mark, the strike, the condition, the history, all of it matters. And here's where the suspense kicks in. Some of these coins are hiding in plain sight. They could be at your local bank, in a collection you inherited, or even mixed in with the change you carry every day. And the most astonishing part? Only a select few will ever be recognized and certified for their true value. That means there's a race going on right now, a silent, high-stakes treasure hunt that could make you wealthier than you ever imagined. So, what should you do if you think you have one? The first step is verification, getting it authenticated by professionals who understand its true worth. But don't wait. Every day that passes without action is a day that someone else could snap up a coin that could have been yours. And remember, in this world, hesitation can cost millions. We're not talking about small wins here, we're talking about life-changing wealth, a legacy of fortune that could transform your lifestyle entirely. As we reach the final moments, picture this, a coin no bigger than your thumb, almost invisible in a pile of spare change, suddenly revealing its monumental worth. The thrill, the tension, the possibility, it's all real, and it's happening right now. And if you act smart, if you act fast, you could be the next person to uncover a fortune that most people will only dream about. The 2006 Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's your potential ticket to a lifestyle of unprecedented wealth, security, and opportunity. So, the question is not whether this coin could change your life, it's whether you're ready to discover it. Because somewhere, right now, a 2006 Lincoln penny is waiting to make history. And if you're watching this, maybe that penny is waiting for you. If you want, I can also timestamp this script for a precise 10-minute narration, including strategic pauses, pattern interrupts, and cliffhangers for maximum engagement.